we want to do after the speeches are made is to kind of separate you, to bring you together. What we're talking about is in each part of the city, from east, west, north and south, we want people who live in that area to gather together for 10 minutes to talk about meeting together in their area, as be part of a big movement. And therefore we're asking people to gather there and in the coming days, wherever their meetings are, to put yourself together, to organise, to talk, to start organising your street. Because when evictions come, we better be in our hundreds and thousands, right, to stop that from happening. And they will come as night follows day. In your four corners of Edinburgh. But people from Fife are here. People from... Didn't think there was that many. They get a nosebleed when they come over that bridge. This is a big day for them. Right, what we're going to do is we're going to ask the people in Fife to do that as well. We have a list of speakers, people who know the game, know about welfare rights, know about how people are attacked and what they can do about it. So we're asking people to call meetings in every area with people from information centres and the Government Law Centre and whatever. We can provide speakers who will know exactly what's going to happen. Not just with us, but with universal credits. Universal credits that are coming, pouring down the road. In October, they will have a huge effect. Millions more who think that they're not being affected at this moment will be affected. Their benefits, their conditions, people on low wages and crap jobs will actually be infected by the universal credit. That will bring to our ranks many, many more people who want to do something about it.
Hello people! Hey. I'm here to give you a short message from Occupy. Hey. Let our dreams unite us and let them bind us. Let them light up our blindness and show us the kindness. Let them throw away the shackles of oppression, of divine intervention, of our government's ascension to power. A power that is not real. A power based on fear, a presence that does not feel. On money and economics, all this world has to offer. No, let invention be the fruit of mankind, and make love the ideal for time. Let it open up our minds to a world that is out there, and that is in there. Not everything is black and white. There are many different shades of grey today. There are many different movements and many different ways to identify yourself in the sea of energy. Yellow, blue, red, purple and green, though there's a difference in between. You can make it from anything you start with. You can make it from anything that hurts, and so don't feel sad and don't feel mad. Because anger is a trick from the devil's bag, and if you fall in, you might not get out. But I know one way, an easy way. Just open your mind and open your heart, and by working together, we only have to start. Thank you.
Here today, representing Inclusion Scotland. We are a national organisation of disabled people, and I'm here representing all the disabled people affected by the bedroom tax that can't be here today. Because although there are wheelchair users here, there are many others who in a day like this just couldn't make that journey. But there are other disabled people, people with learning difficulties, people with mental health issues, people with cognitive impairments like autism that are being affected by this tax. And it's an abysmal thing. The government did an equality impact assessment and found out that 2/3 of the people affected by the bedroom tax would be disabled people. Now the purpose of equality impact assessment is to find out and then change your policy so that it doesn't disproportionately impact on the most vulnerable people in society. Instead of which, this government went ahead and implemented that policy completely unchanged. But in Scotland it's even worse, because it's not 2 out of 3 households that are affected that have a disabled person in them, it's 4 out of 5. 80% of the household affected a disabled person in them. Now that is an absolute disgrace that this government chose to attack disabled people.
We started in June 2010 after a local guy, Paul Reiki, committed suicide after a work capability assessment. I'm sure many of you know who Paul was. a contemporary of Irvine Welsh, a good writer, and a tragic loss for this country, for Scotland. Since then, we've been campaigning day and night in defence of disability rights. 10,600 people died last year within 6 weeks of their claim having been ended unjustly by this, what can only be termed, fascist government. With regard to this bedroom tax, I would like to echo the words of Bill Scott just now from Inclusion Scotland. We don't care whether it's the SNP or the Labour Party. We need all of our MSPs to unite for disabled people, because disabled people are facing a Holocaust right now. In April, the disability living allowance is going to be changed to something called personal independence payment. How very Orwellian. 500,000 disabled people are going to lose the benefits that they rely on to lead a life with a bare minimum of dignity. This cannot be allowed to happen in Scotland. As my comrade Willie Black told IDS on Thursday, we have different values here in Scotland, and we don't need him here. Another thing that's also right about this is that we cannot rely on our politicians to defend us. We need to self-organise within our communities. We need to get networks of solidarity together. We are proud of comrades. We are proud of comrades in the Labour Party, such as John McDonnell and Michael Meacher, who have spoken out magnificently against the Atos Work Capability Assessment. We are proud of every MP who signed Early Day Motion 117, agreeing with the British Medical Association that the Work Capability Assessment must end with immediate effect. Yes. That was an achievement that was brought about by our campaign, to our medical advisor, Dr. Stephen Carty, a fine GP in Leith, who put forward that motion on behalf of our disabled people in our campaign to the local medicals committee in Clydebank, where it was carried unanimously. We're now calling on the BMA to implement that policy. That means that every GP, the length and breadth of the UK, must know what regulations 29 and 35 are: substantial risk. This can prevent people from committing suicide, from dying. Now is the time to act. Every day our campaign receives more and more messages from desperate people who are on the brink of suicide. This Nazi government is killing disabled people. Yes. And we must all stand together and say enough is enough. Yeah!
My name's Susan Archibald and I'm a disability rights activist, and I echo everything Inclusion Scotland said and the Black Triangle. We have to be very clear, and let's be very clear here. I represent no party. I represent the people, and whether they have a disability or not, when it comes to the work programme, we need aims and values and goals for our young people in society, for to be able to get a paid job, not a forced work job. And I will campaign outside every business, every organisation in this country, because if you exploit us, I'm shutting you down. We have to gain the support. Well, no, sorry, let's turn it on its head. We don't have to gain the support of the parties. They have to gain the bloody support of us. Because they let us down. They've gave us that many kickings, we didn't ken. But I can assure you, I'm one of the folk, I'll get back up and fight. And I'm here for every disabled person that can't be here the day. And I will be here always. But let us send true messages Who the hell's bailing out the bankers? Who's chasing Amazon? Who's chasing Google? That's my next message. I'm going to shut Google, Amazon down in Dunfermline. Let them pay their bloody tax. If it wasn't for the bankers and for the likes of Amazon, maybe the country wouldn't be in a bad state that is today. But collectively, we do need the politicians, and I'm putting my hand out there today because I don't care what scraps I fight for at the table. The main important thing is that I get them, and I will not give up till I get them. But they seriously have to listen to us because I'm not listening to them. We have so many things happening in Scotland, and I'm not about to let anybody take. It isn't about the politicians stealing. This is our fight. Let's be realistic. They're sitting in their big cushy jobs with their money. This is our fight, and they can't steal it. They can support it, but I'm damn sure I will not let any politician or any bloody organisation steal our fight. We've got to fight together, and there's too much division in this country regarding black against white, young against old, workers against non-workers. Until you stand next to your bloody neighbour every day in your life and stand together for the stop all this. We've watched the Daily Mail and their crap about strivers and skivers. Well, one person can be a striver one day, get made redundant, and are they going to be the skiver the next? That's how easy it happens. That's how easy it happens. This isn't just about an attack on disabled people. This is clear, huge. This has been worked out, skillfully planned in a course of time. Folk don't ken how bad it is. They're talking about. People contact me every day in life that they think about giving up their life. But it's so bloody bad right now when the bedroom tax comes in. People are actually start talking and contacting me about who will they give their bairns to. I mean, how bad is that if they want their bairns to be fed that they're going to have to consider giving them up? And this is bloody reality. This is what's happening. I can top up their electric sticks. I can take them a food parcel, but I don't have a bloody orphanage. And the Scottish Government seriously have to get their head out their backsides and do me it.
I know there is politicians, MPs, MSPs here today, but I'll tell you, I think that what needs to happen is that these MSPs need to start getting out in the streets with us, leafleting and knocking doors, and building this movement. They have to turn their words into action. We think that it's necessary now to start organising, and we're asking you to go into 4 groups. If everybody from Portobello and Leith can go there, from Waterloo to Gilman to Morden and Craigmillar, if you meet in that corner there, you're closer to home that way. Everybody who lives from Haymarket to Wester Hales, if you meet in this corner here. I've done that. That's how crap I am. Right? It's only because I come from North Edinburgh. I forgot where I live. Right? People from North Edinburgh, see this banner? There, look. Go up there, and what we will do is talk about the meetings that are going to be planned for every activist here. Let us leave here today more organised than we were when we came.